Eric Zemelis from 365 Hawaii, and what are we doing today, Eric?
Today we are recapping we did the fall update and we went all the way downtown showing you what was closed at the time, but today we're coming back and we're going to show you what's open during this time.
Kailua Kona.
In Kailua Kona. Yes, we're not going all over the place.
So just basically in the area. And I'll tell you guys, last time I said it was called the Village, and there's a whole bunch of people in the comments, it's not called the Village. Okay, we're just going to call it Downtown Kona. So that's what we're going to be looking at today.
Yes, indeed. Before we start this video, we had just a couple things to talk about how, number one, how things have changed.
Right. So in case people are watching this in the future, it is almost Memorial Day weekend in 2021, and we are hockey stick recovery on tourism. But we don't have hockey stick recovery on a lot of other things. One of them is we are going through a car shortage right now.
Yeah, they call it Carmageddon just because nobody's able to find any cars.
Right, and so that is driving up the price of coming here because now people are charging upwards of $100 a day for cars. And also we don't have all of our employees back yet, and a lot of the restaurants are still operating at 50% capacity. So that's causing people to have to get reservations. There's waits. Like I went to Jackie Ray's the other day, and there wasn't even room at the bar for an hour and a half. So it's affecting all of us. And speaking of all of us, residents and tourists alike, the resident aspect of life.
Yeah, so since we've been closed up for such a long time, a lot of people have gotten used to not having tourists. And now there's sort of a push of where is the point of too many tourists? And we can't answer that question, but at least we're going to bring it up and say, hey, we have a lot of tourists here and there's a lot going on. And, maybe there is some sort of point where we can reach where it doesn't seem oversaturated.
With all the extra people here right now, the traffic is...
It's tough.
It's tough.
Even my local coffee place is, half an hour to get a cup of coffee. So you start thinking, oh boy, that starts to make this difficult. We totally understand.
Right now, as we're sitting here with our masks on, we have researched the Hawaii law as it is this moment. And that is, you don't have to wear a mask outside if you can stay 6 feet away from somebody else. Right. So you still have to wear the mask inside of establishments and inside like the buildings and things like that. But if you're outside, if you're sitting on the beach, you don't have to wear a mask. We are not going to be interviewing any of the business owners today in this video. We will in the future, but we're going to show you guys different places that have been opening, give you guys an update. But because this is what happened last time, don't kick our asses that we're not wearing a mask.
So, all right, and there's a lot of good things happening right now. That's kind of why we want to do it. There's a lot of new businesses opening, and that's why we thought it would be a great time to go start this video to show you some growth and some rebirth after everything being
closed for so long.
The winter closing that's happened forever and ever.
And you'll also see as you're looking behind us and around town and stuff, there is a lot more people here.
Just doing everything.
Right.
So let's get on with it then.
Okay, let's go. So last time we did this in September, the King Kamehameha Hotel was closed. Now it is fully open. The restaurant is open. Also across the street is Splashers, which is still not quite open, but it is under new management and ownership. So we're looking forward to when they're going to open up those blue shutters again. You guys can get your Mai Tais with the ocean view. Front of the fish hopper right now, and this is packed. People love this place, still on fire, and it's nice to see it opening. And you guys, another great place for breakfast in the morning in Kona. So you might not have known the Kala restaurant is open, and they've got free live music in the morning with your breakfast. And obviously it's pumping, there's people waiting outside, and even the people waiting outside get the beautiful view of Kailua Bay. Since the pandemic is closed, Safeway has opened in the Ni'umalu Center. That's where it gets the name. And it is known as the shade of the coconut tree. That's why it's called that. Just a little FYI. If you like Dole whip and you want different flavors, Bubba Finn's is open now, and they are serving really good whip floats, different kinds of treats, and my friends who have come here are really saying it's excellent. Have you been missing the Mai Tais at the Kona Inn? We just got the scoop from the management at Kona Inn restaurant that they are going to be opening, soft opening, this Friday. So as they get more staff in, they're going to start expanding further up. But if you guys are missing those Mai Tais, it's coming on Memorial Day weekend.
Here we are at the farmers market. Last time we came back here in September, there was only 5 booths. Now there's 20 and there's people all over the place.
We'd like to give a shout out to Papakona's. Their food is always great and they have one of the best views of Kailua Bay.
Okay, one restaurant that is one of those things that we just keep trying to give you guys some information on is Kai behind us. They have had all kinds of, with the pandemic and everything else and then permitting, they're finally going to open in the next 10 days. So if you guys want to get a chance to be in the old Bubba Gumps and get that beautiful ocean view, come to Kai's. They're going to be serving, I've heard, kind of like a taco hamburger menu. They're a sister of Huggos and Huggos on the Rocks and Lava Lava Beach Club, and looks like they're going to have one heck of a place to drink and enjoy your Mai Tais and watch sunset. Our newest restaurant that just opened on Ali'i is A-Bays on Ali'i. This is a sister to the A-Bays up in the Waikoloa resort area. And we can tell right now that it's going to be very popular. They've got a full bar, full sports bar arena with the whole television set experience, great view. I think this is going to be a really successful restaurant. Okay, so you might want to get a good cocktail at A-Bays, but if you want an amazing hamburger or a fish taco, walk just a little bit further back in and go to Ona Loa Grill and say hi to Chris Colby. He's the owner. He would love your business. And he seriously has been chosen as the 7th best hamburger in the country on Yelp. Okay, so because things have gotten so busy, getting a breakfast here has been a little bit more challenging. So if you like breakfast in downtown with an ocean view, Lava Java is one of our most popular and favorite. They've just got really good stuff, and they've got live music going on right now on a Sunday morning. And next to them is Foster's. They're not open for breakfast, but they're awesome for cocktails and dinner, fresh scratch, everything. And then we're gonna show you this way. There's also Kona Haven Coffee. Every time we do these updates, people say, give Kona Haven a shout out. They have awesome coffee and different pastries. So that's this area right here. Now if you like beer, not always Mai Tais, Humpy's is a brew house here, and they serve all kinds of beers on tap. And again, they've got the ocean view right here on Ali'i. I've heard that they have some really great pizza too. So you guys know sometimes that Kona rolls up the sidewalks by 9, right? Well, if you're not ready to roll it up, come to Laverne's Sports Bar. They have music, live music, dancing, everything on like late. Late classes, like I don't think I've ever driven past here at 10:30 at night. But there's your nightlife in Kona. One of the things that happened during the pandemic was that we lost Bongo Ben's. Many of you have told me that that was your favorite place to have breakfast, and you're really sad. They just put up this construction barrier around it. We don't know if something new is going in or just trying to keep people from sitting out there for free. But as soon as we find out what's going in there, we're going to tell you guys. So we talked about Carmageddon. I actually wrote a blog post about how to get around Kona without having to use a car. So right behind me is the Hawaii Bike Share program. You can get these bikes from up and down Alii Drive. It is a way to get from one place to another, including the beach. It goes all the way down to Magic's. And you can avoid some of the crazy traffic and parking if you ride a bike. And it's not that expensive. And you can take it all day or by the hour. And they look like this. Huggos used to be a place where you can come for breakfast, and now the main restaurant, Huggos, is only open from 4 o'clock onward for happy hour and dinner. Great view. And they're pushing people to Huggos on the Rocks for lunch and dinner too, where they have live music and you can dance a little bit in the sand. And again, another awesome place to have a Mai Tai and put your feet in and watch the sunset. So one of my favorite places to come for a Mai Tai with an ocean view and pretty good food too. Chef George Gomes is shaking up this menu in here. Great place for food is Don's the Beachcomber right here at the Royal Kona Resort. And one of the cool things about this place is that they are bringing the Mai Tai Festival back in August. So if you check their website out, you're going to see when it is. It's usually the first Saturday, I think. And they do vendors with barbecue and you get a chance to drink Mai Tais. But if you want fun, Don's is it.
We're wrapping it up after a good day of shooting, rollerblading, skateboarding, droning, all those kinds of things that go on to make this happen.
Seen all the vibrancy that downtown has, right?
Even this morning, hey, it's Sunday morning at about 11 o'clock right now. And we came out early just because we thought it might get too crowded to do all the things we wanted to do. But still, a fair amount of people, as you saw out there, for what it was. But it's good to see all of the new life that's coming back. It kind of feels like we've exited winter and are hitting spring in the world of
Turning the
business.
corner economically, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, we talked to a few people out there. Everyone's hiring. Everyone's hiring. Huggos, everybody. So also, if you're a resident on the island and you're looking for a job, up and down Alii, they're looking for the help. But the good news is that if you do come, there's plenty to choose from, obviously. Get your reservations for a little bit longer. We're still working 50%. The guy at Kona Inn said they're trying to move to 75% capacity. But you know, reservations are good. You can also go to Open Table for that. And then also, if you guys want to see more of what we're doing and some of the more, like I've been making blog posts with our videos in there with the writing around it, go to 365kona.com.
Yep,
right?
and we've got a lot of information there for
Right, and if you haven't yet done it, subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get this out more all the time, every week, hopefully.
Yep.
And if you guys have comments, you know, we always like to see what you guys have to say.
Yeah, if we missed any restaurants or anything that you guys should feel is important, please leave them below. It's when you're doing it, it's hard to hit everything.
Right,
and those ones are tucked in the back and things like that.
Yeah, and speaking of talking about, we forgot, we'll try and do it next time, is Journey's Cafe. If you guys are looking for
Journey's.
vegan, that's downtown. And then also, don't forget that you know, I know it's Safeway or whatever, but it's you know, if you're looking for a great deli counter too to take your stuff to the beach, Safeway has that. And don't forget to shop also at our local KTA because they've got the farm fresh produce that's actually right here on this island, helping our farmers.
And with that, we say
Aloha.